Good evening everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Wednesday the 29th of November 2023 and tonight for the first time this season we are delving up into the Football League, and for it we are returning to a ground that was very good to the channel last season, it has to be said, and that is of course the Stadium of Light. And tonight it is Sunderland versus Huddersfield Town in the Championship. So I'm eventually in Sunderland, Northern Rail up to their usual tricks, but anyway, going into this game this evening, Sunderland are currently in 10th place in the Championship table, but with a win would move up to 7th and would only be 1 point outside of the playoffs as well. So once again the Championship is proving itself to be a little bit mental once again, and I think it is going to be close again in terms of who gets in the playoffs and who misses out, etc. But I think Sunderland will be in and amongst that, as they were last year. Obviously last year they did get in and were here for that for the first leg of that semi-final against Luton, which was a pretty unbelievable atmosphere. I mean, not gonna lie, expecting it to be a little bit tamer tonight, but all the same I'm still looking forward to it. But as for Huddersfield, they are in 21st place, just 1 place and 3 points above the relegation zone, and they've won one in the last 11, so really not in good form coming into this tonight. And I think for Sunderland it is a bit of a consistency issue at the minute. At the weekend they were beaten 2-0 by Plymouth. I think they beat Birmingham 3-1 in the game before that, might be wrong on that, but yeah, I think they've really got to take some initiative tonight against a team that are really struggling, especially at home, and they've had a few dodgy results at the Stadium of Light. But as we know, when the Stadium of Light gets going, they really can respond to that. So they're going to need the crowd with them tonight, because obviously Huddersfield will be coming up here wanting to end their own drought that they're on at the minute. So in many respects it's a big game at both ends of the table, isn't it? But let's just head on down to the Stadium of Light and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up. Sunderland getting ready just in this half. They're going to be in their usual red and white stripes, black shorts and red socks, and Huddersfield are getting ready just there. I think they might even be in their blue and whites now, which I'm maybe a little bit surprised about. I thought they might have opted for their away kit. Anyway, we'll find out for sure when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match. But I've got to say, it is absolutely Baltic tonight. My hands are going to be purple by the end of this, and the problem is I've got like massive sensory issues in my hands, so gloves aren't an option. So I'll just have to man up and get on with the cold. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel. Really dodgy starts this game by Sunderland.
Oh! Unlucky that. Unlucky Roberts. Oh, where, man? Fucking go, man. Go on and chase. Hit the target. You've got to hit the target, Clark.
Ah, he's got to shoot. 100%.
Keep on picking it about. Go on. Go on, John. Oh, what's that, man? Clark, man. Daniel, and it's supposed to be it.
Is it? It's alright. This is supposed to say the free kick on way too deep.
Sunderland's first goal of the evening, scored by the captain, number 13, Luke O'Neill.
That's supposed to be the two midfield players. Come on, get it forward.
Half-time, Sunderland 1, Huddersfield Town 1. Sunderland were made to pay for a really slow start to the game, a really sloppy start to the game as well. Obviously, in the early stages it was Huddersfield creating all the chances. It took Sunderland a good 20 odd minutes to actually get a shot off at goal, and even that was straight at the keeper. No problems for him at all, but they did soon rectify that and got themselves level. Initially I thought the free kick was maybe a little bit too deep, but credit to the lad that kept in. I'm not sure who it was. Was a little bit too far away from it to tell, but obviously if it wasn't for that, that goal wouldn't have happened. Obviously it was Luke O'Neill in the right place to finish up, and I think in terms of where this game's at now, if anyone's looking like they're going to go on and win it, then it is Sunderland. But all the same, I do think they need to just eradicate some of just some really silly basic stuff that that maybe aren't getting quite right so far in this match. But as I said, I think obviously Sunderland did score at a good time, and I think the momentum probably will be with them now. But I've got to say that the atmosphere in here tonight is dead. I mean, obviously I know last season, obviously the two games I came to against Middlesbrough and against Luton in a playoff semi-final, but I've got to say still expected a little bit more. Maybe that's me being a little bit naive once again, but it is what it is. Came a little bit out of nowhere, don't they?
All that, 15 minutes, one shot target goal.
Squeezes in.
Oh. 5 minutes of added time at the end of this game. Just have to launch it now, just got to be quick. Run out of time.
Sunderland supporters, thank you for your support this evening. Our next home game will be on Saturday the 9th of December against West Bromwich Albion. 12:30 kick-off for that game. Have a seat.
Full-time Sunderland 1, Huddersfield Town 2. That is as smash and grab as they come, really. But it has to be said, Sunderland's approach tonight was baffling, if I'm telling you the truth. They just seem to be trying the same things over and over again and expecting different results. And ultimately, despite the fact Sunderland did have most of the play, it was largely ineffective. Whereas for Huddersfield, obviously they didn't have like a major amount of chances or anything, but they took them, and that is the most important thing, and that is a really big win for them actually. As I alluded to before the game, they'd only won 1 in 11 before tonight, so to come up here and get that result, you've got to give them at least a little bit of credit, haven't you? I mean, I know if you're a Sunderland fan watching this, you'll be incredibly frustrated with how the night's gone. You might even be a bit frustrated with your recent form as well, because obviously last couple of games, Plymouth away and Huddersfield at home, they're two games that maybe it's maybe not unreasonable to say you'd maybe expect at least 4 points from, and they've got none from them. So just like Sunderland need to go over things before the next game at the weekend, which I believe is away to Millwall, because just like tactically tonight it was all wrong. They were far too weak in midfield. That we can say, just getting dispossessed all that too easily, I'd say, and I think for all that, they paid the price for that, and like there was people leaving on like 82 minutes, and the thing is, you got to remember that the stadium wasn't full tonight by any means. I think there's 12,000 empty seats or something like that, but still, it just felt like it was more people leaving because they didn't think they were going to get back in the game more so than it was them trying to beat traffic, cast last buses or whatever. It's maybe safe to say that this particular trip to the stadium won't be quite as big a hit as my previous two, but that is just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Saturday. And at the minute it is going to be walking against Gateshead, but looking at the forecast over the next couple of days, I can't exactly say I'm confident of that game going ahead. I just hope, given the distance, what have you, that a little bit of common sense is used, and walking give us a verdict of whether they think the game's going to go ahead or not. Either way, early enough. But if not, then I do have alternatives, subject to what time the game's called off and when. So until Saturday, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.